Hey, what's up, Full Ride Nation? Back for another one. All y'all that don't know me, Christopher, former D1 walk-on turn starter. Hit up you guys with your basketball hopes and dreams. Here for your daily motivational. Answering a question that came in from Krish, K-R-I-S-H. So basically, Krish, if I understand correctly, I'm just going to paraphrase what you said. You said you're a sophomore in high school. You want to play college basketball, not necessarily D1. You had a ruptured disc in your lower back. It was supposed to stop playing for about a year, and you feel like the only chance to play college basketball is as a walk-on. Don't know how it works and how high the chances really are of that happening. So the thing is, Chris, that's a loaded question. So if you're only a sophomore, Chris, you still have time. You just have to continue to work on your game and get better. You may not probably be on the team this year because of your back and the rehab. I'm only assuming because I can only go on what you told me. So that means that you still have 2 years of high school left and potentially prep school after that if necessary. So let me tell you what my advice is first, and then I'll tell you about walking on after that. So my advice to you, and this is going to be the advice as far as making the high school team as well as college. You need to work on your game. Make sure you understand your weaknesses, where you need to get better, and work on those things now while you're not on the team. You need to try out for the team next year, your junior year. You also, if I were you, I would go and speak with whatever high school you go to, I would go and speak with the coach and let him know that you're interested in it and see if it's anything that you can do to get yourself in with the team once this season, high school season, is over, as far as working out with the team in the summer, just so the coach knows your name, knows who you are. Because believe it or not, this is going to also help you as far as going into college as well, because coaches generally have connections with college coaches on all levels. And for you saying you don't necessarily know if you want to play D1, D2, or whatever the case is, and if your game is not as developed as you want it to be, then you need to look at a prep school or a JUCO. And being a sophomore, I don't really necessarily know if they're going to take you as seriously as if you were a senior. But let's just say you were a senior for the sake of answering your question. Then what you would need to do to be a walk-on is you would need to contact college coaches ahead of time and try to get you a workout before the season came. Because it's very difficult to just flat out walk on a team like during open tryouts, because some major colleges don't even have open tryouts. Some do, some don't. But even the ones that do, you would need to reach out to the coach and know the time and date ahead of time. That way, you can be what's considered a preferred walk-on, which they know that you're coming and they're prepared for you, and they'll let you do all of the preseason workout. So therefore, you're basically on the team per se, but you're not on the team, if that makes sense. So you want to already have that conversations with coaches. And the next question is, well, how do I do that? Well, that's when you get online, look up different schools in your general area, JUCOs, D2s, D1s. A lot of those schools have the college coaches' phone number and email, and you start to reach out that way. You start to make your establishment that way, even going to some college games, waiting around after the games, and if you can make contact with one of the coaches, assistant coaches, player development coaches. So if you're going to walk on, it's going to be an active process. It's not something you're going to be able to do from behind your desk, behind a computer, just online. It's going to take you submitting. You're going to need some sort of documentation of you playing so that they know what they're getting. You understand what I'm saying? So even if you don't have any footage in high school that you play AAU, do you have footage that you got to get something to spark the coach's interest, especially now with the social media age. They want to see something when you reach out to them. So, but just being a sophomore, man, I would continue to work on my game. I would get on an AAU team. I would continue to play, and I would try to make my high school team the next 2 years and see what happens from there before you just throw the towel in on yourself and say that you need to just flat out be a walk-on, because walk-on is a path, but understand that's a very, very difficult path. So if you can get it where you've had some level of recruitment, that'll be better for you. All right. So Krish, I hope that answers your question. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Y'all know the drill. Let's compete.